Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Oh, fuck. I'm like delayed. Hold on. I forgot to fix it. Hold on. Okay. My bad. I fixed it. But yes. Hello. Hi. I hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday. I think this is the last Saturday I have to work. So I'm excited about it. Let's see who's here. Charlie redeemed first. Congratulations on being first, Charlie. Here's your gluten-free cookie. And then you paid your daily loan. So now you're at 69, but I don't know why there's a 5. I don't know why you have 5 random, like, extra bells. I don't know what happened. Let me look at that command and see, because I don't know how that's happening. Yeah, it says add to user 100 bells. So I don't know how you ended up with that many. And I don't know if I can change it very easily. I don't know. I can check. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for being here, Charlie. Let me see. Okay, no, it will let me see how many... Well, it just says that you have 0, though. Oh, wait, no, I'm on the wrong thing. Okay, yeah, this says... There we go. Okay. Wow, it actually lets me look at, like, all of your stats as a viewer and stuff. Like, it says how long you've been subbed and your, like, Twitch roles and how long you've been watching and how many bells you have and stuff. So I am able to, like, edit you. Okay. Well, I made it say 69 now, so hold on. But now how do I get it to not give you another 100? I guess I could have put you at 6,800 and then done it over again. I don't know. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna make sure it says 6,900 because I think it should. Okay, no, that just worked for me. I think I can only make it so that you have 7,000 now. I don't know. But maybe I should make a command that just, like, tells you how many bells you have. Like, just how many you've paid. I don't know. And then that way it would say that you have, like, 6,900. I don't know. Let me see if I add a command and I just call it bells. And then bells. And then I, like, just make it tell you how many you have. Will that work? I don't know. Let me see. Okay, user bells towards your loan. Let me try that. Okay, Charlie, try doing exclamation point bells in the chat and see what happens. I have no idea if I set up that command correctly, but try doing exclamation point bells and see how many it tells you that you've paid. Anyway, while Charlie does that, I want to show you guys, I ordered something a few weeks ago and it finally came and I want to show it to you guys. It's my jacket, but hold on, you'll have to see it in its full glory. Okay. So, I don't know how to show you, I guess. I won't be able to see, but the back of my jacket is very cool. I'm just going to assume that you can see it. Okay, wait, I got to squat a little. There we go. Did you see it? It's Dan's jacket from his tour. I spent like $70 on this. And I got a custom Polaroid that Dan took, which is very cute. So, yeah. Anyway. Today we're doing more Masuda hunting. I'm sorry that we had to cut it a little bit short last time. So, I'm going to make sure we get as far as we can today. I'm hoping we'll get to... Well, I'm not hoping that we'll get to double odds, but I have enough eggs in my boxes to get to double odds if we need to. I'm hoping that I hatch a shiny. That's what I'm hoping. But if not, then, like, fine. So, let me also... let me put this down here. Okay, I don't think I have the audio set up for... No, it says 4K capture. It's just not making any sound right now, I don't think. Okay, well, I want to make sure that we have, like, as much time as possible to do what we're doing today. So I'm just gonna get us over there now. Just so that we have ample time, because we are already down 10 eggs from last week, or, yes, Thursday. So I just want to make sure that we get as many as we can. So... I think I did the math correctly, and this is exactly 1,024 if we open all of these eggs. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Okay. So we're gonna start with these 5. And we're just gonna do all of them. Okay. Whee! Oh yeah, I'm in Medali because I was doing a picnic last night, and I was too lazy to make a sandwich because I didn't have any of the ingredients I needed. So I just... We gotta get Ditto and shot, hold on. So I just bought the, like, egg power meal that they sell for, like, I don't know, like 3,000 Poké dollars or something. But yeah, we're gonna hatch some eggs today. Okay. Whee! My mind is, like, completely blank. I had all of these things I was going to talk about on stream, and now my brain is just going... Egg. I am sleepy. We toured a place yesterday, me and Charlie, because we're moving out of our apartment next month, and we need somewhere to move into. Crazy, I know. So we went and we toured a place. We have mixed feelings about it. We thought that the place itself was really cute. It had a lot of space, which I liked, because we have a lot of stuff. And Charlie and I, like, generally speaking, we just need a lot of space, because I stream and I work from home, so I basically need a room just, like, entirely dedicated to my desk. And then Charlie also streams and also works from home, or will be working from home. So we kind of need 2 separate rooms just for our desks to be in, to have, like, our own offices. And then we also need, like, a bedroom, or at least, like, space to put our bed into. So, like, it's doable in 2 bedrooms if the... I'm not going to say the master bedroom. If, like, the primary bedroom is big enough for, like, a bed and a desk, which some of them are and some of them aren't. Like, our current bedroom would be big enough for Charlie's desk to fit in there, if it didn't have all of my stuff in there, which it does. But we were really hoping for a place that had, like, enough space that we would have, like, basically, like, 3 separate distinct rooms. These Toros are going to piss me off, because they're all just, like, running around in the background. But this place definitely had that much space. It had, like, 2 bedrooms, and then it also had, like, a basement, and it was, like, a finished basement. So we where we're like, okay, well, like, I can put my stuff in the basement, and then Charlie can put their stuff on the main floor, and then Charlie doesn't have to worry about stairs as much, and, you know, etc. Um, so we liked that aspect of the place. It was a little bit like some of the fence was a concern because it wasn't like totally fenced in. It went all the way around the house, but there was like gaps in the fence, and we were like, okay, well, Leo would be able to like escape through those gaps, but we also figured we could just like put something in front of the gaps, like a gate or something, so that he wouldn't be able to escape through the gaps. And there were just some other like minor issues with the place, so we're like, we're split. I think we liked it. I don't know if Charlie's mom liked it. And she's the one paying the rent, so if she doesn't like it, we'll find a different place. But, I mean, it's not like I fell in love with it, you know, like, it was fine. I think it was a decent place. But, like, we move in a month, so we just want to find a place that will let us move in within the month, because Charlie has, obviously, a large service dog, and a lot of places will not let us live there because we have a big dog, even though he's a service dog, and it's illegal to deny us on the grounds that we have a service dog. But, they like to do it anyway. They just kind of like, it's a very like thinly veiled thing. Well, they'll just be like, oh, well, we're not denying you based on the dog. We're denying you based on this other like not important factor about you at all. So, but yeah, it's like we're trying to find places that advertise themselves as pet friendly, but even if they say pet friendly, they're always like cats and small dogs, or dogs but no cats. And we're like, great. We have a dog and a cat, so, and a big dog at that, so, okay, we don't want to go down there. But it's kind of fun to tour places. Like, it's stressful because we're trying to like literally pick a place that we want to live in for the next few years, but it's fun because you kind of like, even if just for a minute, you kind of like picture yourself living there and where you would put all your things. Like, there was some like built-in shelving in the place that we were looking at. And I was like, oh my god, this would be perfect for all of our trinkets. Like, we could put all of our Funko Pops and, you know, etc. right there. And then, like, even though you're not probably moving in, but for a second you're just like, what would it look like if I did live here? You kind of get to, like, picture yourself in that place. Which I think is helpful when you're touring it, because you can kind of do that when you're looking at pictures of it, but, like, I personally have a hard time figuring out, like, space from photos. Like, I can't tell you how big a room looks in a photo, because also depending on how you take the photo, you can make a room look smaller or make a room look bigger with like a wide angle lens, or, you know, if you're taking it on a phone vertically versus horizontally. Like, there's a lot of ways to kind of like manipulate a photo into making a room look bigger or smaller. Excuse me, Flittle. So, like, I have a little bit of a hard time with that, so it's nice to be able to tour it, because then I'm still not completely sure if I can fit my stuff, but I have a little bit better of a sense of space if I can see it. And I'll be like, yes, I do think my desk would fit right there, or no, my desk is kind of big and I don't know if it would fit there. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fun to imagine what your life would be like living in this like place that you've never seen. And then you leave, and then you don't apply, and then you don't move in, but for a second, just for a second, you imagine the whole rest of your life in that place. Not like literally the rest of your life, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't know how long Charlie and I plan on living in the next place we move to. Like, we thought we were going to live in this place for longer, and then kind of got pushed into a corner and had to move out. But hopefully we'll live in there at least for a few years. Because then we have to move to LA, which is going to be a much bigger problem, because you can't really tour the places in LA you're trying to move to, so you just have to hope it looks good. I've seen so many horror stories of people that, like, moved across the country to a place they had never seen, and then they get there and they don't like it, and they're like, fuck, why did I move in here? Because in that case, I don't know what you do. Like, if you signed, you know, like a 12-month lease or something, you just have to stick it out for the 12 months and then hopefully find a better place now that you're actually living in the place. I feel like our first place in LA will be kind of dinky, and then we'll get a better place. But it would be good if we could get a good place from the get-go. That would be nice. But housing in LA is impossible because it's LA and everybody lives there and the cost of living is through the roof. So, you know, but luckily that's like years away and hopefully I'll have a better salary and, you know, whatever. Because right now I think the places we're looking at are like a little bit like some of them are nice and some of them are not nice. And it's because our budget is like probably just below getting like a really nice place, and by really nice I just mean like a nice apartment that's like not falling apart. Like the place that we're staying in right now is really nice, at least it was before we moved in. But like it's really big, it has a lot of space, it has like plush carpet, like the place we're living in now is really good. The only problem with it is Leo, really. That and we like can't really afford to live here. So there's that, but because they're raising the rent on us, which is super nice and cool of them, because we could have stayed living here if they didn't do that. We could have afforded the rent if they hadn't done that, but then they raised the rent, and they do that without considering that my wages have not gone up, so I can't pay like $100 more for rent when my salary has not gone up $100 more, you know. But regardless, like I wish we had like a few $100s more to pay for rent every month, because I think like I've gone on Zillow and I've looked at places above our budget just to see like if it gets any better, and it does get better. If you can pay like $3,000 a month for your rent, you can get a pretty nice place. However, you're paying $3,000 for your rent, which is insane. Because split between me and Charlie, that's still $1,500 each, which we cannot afford. So, it's funny, just like looking at places on Zillow that we could never afford. There's also a lot of people that just really want to rent you like the basement of their house or like the top floor of their house. And I'm like, do I really want to live with, like, do I really want to live in the basement of somebody I don't know's house? The answer is absolutely not. Like, why would I? Okay, we got to 900, and we still didn't get anybody, so that's good. Alright. Place your bets for what it's going to be. I'm hoping for 969. Now, 924 would be crazy, because 24 is my lucky number because it's my birthday. Like, I don't really believe in like lucky numbers, but like I like the number 24 because it's like even and 2 goes into 4 and it's the day that I was born. So I just really like the number 24. But I was born September 24th, so 9/24 is my birthday. So if it doesn't hatch out for my birthday, then like what the heck, basically. So my first guess of today is going to be 9/24, because I think it would be really very cool if it hatched as number 9/24. My second guess would be 9/69, because it's basically like 6/69, but 9/69. And then I guess my third guess would be 9/99. That would be nuts. And then my fourth guess would be 10/24, because that's double odds, and it's also 24, which is my lucky number. So, hopefully it'll hatch before that. I'm really hoping for 9/24, and if not 9/24, 9/69. But I know Charlie won't guess any number in the 900s, because they're odd numbers, so Charlie won't guess anything until we get to 1,000, probably. Which is valid, but I'm hoping for 9/24. Hello, can I have this item? Thank you. Oh, and I ran into a goat. Hello. Skiddo. I always forget what the little one is called. I'm used to just calling the bigger ones go-goats, but Skiddo is the little one. Oh, we're going to the cave. Okay, but we're hatching a batch first. So, it'll be a little while before we get to 9/24, because we're only at 9:01. It's gonna be a long day for eggs, I think. It's gonna be a rough day for the Masuda hunt. Especially if we do end up hitting double odds. It's gonna be a rough day. Okay, well maybe they want to hatch inside the nice cave. I don't know why they would, but maybe that's what they want. He looks like different in the light, but it's probably just the light inside the cave. Because they really are just a slightly lighter shade of blue, and it's like, what am I supposed to do with that? I don't know. I'm sure I'll know when it comes out, because it'll do the little sparkle, but it's like really hard to tell when they first come out. I'm like, are you shiny? No, okay, it's just a light in here, because this one also looks lighter. Okay. So, I don't know what to think then when they're coming out in this cave, because they're all going to be lighter than normal. So then is the shiny going to be like extra lighter than normal? Or like how would we even know? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait until we see the sparkle. That's the only way to know. Okay, this one looked darker. This is all very confusing. And this is why we were doing the Masuda hunt, because I didn't think I could tell poliwags apart in an outbreak. And I stand by that, because we had a poliwag outbreak on stream, and I still couldn't tell anybody apart. If I got a shiny poliwag and it didn't sparkle, I would never know. Like, I'm pretty sure the sparkles are the only way that I can tell the, like, really subtle shinies apart. Nar. Okay. Well, 5 more down, I guess. I really thought one of those was going to be shiny. I don't know why. I just felt like it was. We're talking about one of my projects count as self-promo. I guess it depends on the kind of project. Like, I mean, obviously, if you're talking about, like, your own stream or, like, your own YouTube video or something, like, that would be self-promo. But if you're just talking about something you're working on that's not, like, for the internet, then I guess not. So I guess it just depends on what the project is. But also, hello, Sitting Imbor. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good Saturday. I do not like Imbor. No offense. I don't like him. I like Tepig. I do not like Imbor. That evolutionary line does not do it for me personally. I much prefer a baby Tepig. Because it turns into like a Mexican wrestler, which I think is kind of hilarious. It's like that and Incineroar. Because like Litten is such a little baby. I was just having this conversation with Charlie last night. I do not appreciate it when the third Evo of someone is just like randomly bipedal. Unless it like makes sense. Like I feel like for Sprigatito it makes sense for the third Evo Floragato or Meowscarada to be on 2 legs, because it's like it's supposed to be like an actor, a singer, a dancer, so it makes sense that like Sprigatito's Evo is bipedal, but it doesn't make sense that Litten's Evo is bipedal. I don't know why they make him a big muscular man, because I feel like what would be really cool was if they made it more like a tiger, you know, like a big scary buff tiger, you know, a black and red tiger would look really cool, you know, and instead they just decided to put him on 2 legs and make him beefy, and then they do the same thing with Tepig. Like, why would a pig evolution be standing on 2 legs? Their whole thing is that they don't do that. There's a lot of... Because we were talking about, like, Evos in general for the starters. Because I think that Chikorita is a pretty bad starter, but Bayleaf and Meganium are really good Evos, and I prefer them to Chikorita. Like, I think that they look better than the starting form of Chikorita. And then, like... what was I thinking? Froakie going to Greninja is really good because he's kind of bipedal at the end, but he still has like one hand on the ground. And like it makes sense because he's a ninja and he's like doing a ninja pose. So it totally makes sense. Like Froakie's whole line is super good. Chef's kiss. I love the Froakie line. And I'm not just saying that because I love frogs. I think that it's genuinely a pretty good evolutionary line. But like, and then like Fennekin has a really good third Evo. The one in the middle is kind of awkward, but like, it's still giving Fox vibes, which I like. And then like, Totodile's Evos makes sense. I just think the third one is kind of ugly. I like the middle one though. I don't know. Sometimes it's just like the first Evo is like such a cute tiny little baby, and then the third Evo is like the ugliest thing you've ever seen. And I understand what they're going for. Like they're trying to make it look more like cool or scary or like strong, because it is inherently going to be more strong. Oh god, am I gonna have to interact with this like Terrastol low kicks now? But like low kicks is a good Evo of the little guy. Whatever his name is, the little cricket dude. Yep, I am gonna have to interact with the low kicks. Okay. I don't want to. I think I have to though, because he's Terra. But he's Terra fighting, and I'm a Poliwrath, and this is the only guy I have on me. I guess we're going Liquidation, because it's at least a water move. Alright. Oh, we broke the Terra, at least. Now I'm gonna level up the guys in my... Can I run? Can I just run? Okay. I don't feel like dealing with that right now. I don't have time for that. Oh god, this egg is gonna hatch like on the edge of the cliff. Don't fall off, little Poliwag. This guy does not have arms to steady himself. He has only legs. This is very concerning. Alright, alright, he's good, he's good. Its legs are newly grown. It can't walk very well. That's what it says. I also appreciate that regardless of gender, Pokemon just use its pronouns. Like, because then nobody can, like, be mad, you know? It's not like he, him, or she, her, or they, them. It's just they all use its. And I appreciate that. Okay. Which one is this? I don't even know what we're on. I think that was 908. Because we should have 2 left. No, wait. Just kidding. I lied. That was 910. We were 2 behind. Sometimes I just forget to press the button, or I do press the button and it doesn't process that I pressed the button. That's the most annoying. Okay, well, it's fine because none of them were shiny anyway, so we didn't have to know which one it was. Okay. I was Charcadet. I was like, what the hell is that little red thing? I couldn't tell from the angle I was at. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like sitting in complete silence listening to the song and not saying anything. It's hard to think of things to talk about when you're just like riding around and hatching eggs. Are you guys doing anything tomorrow for Easter? I can't believe it's Easter already. I mean, granted, Easter is like a different time every year. It's like, it can be anywhere from like the beginning of March to like the end of April. But, okay, I feel like I've driven around this area too much. Let me go, like, What outbreaks do I have? Venonat, Deerling, Dunsparce, whatever Kilowattrel's like baby is called. Okay. I got weird outbreaks today. But they're like all over here. I'll just fly here then. Oh, but Easter, yeah. I feel like Easter should be in April. But I don't know why. I think it's because, like, that's the only thing that April really has. April has, like, April Fool's Day. But March has, like, St. Patrick's Day. So I feel like it just makes more sense for Easter to be in April. Anyway, tomorrow I think we're going over to Charlie's place. Their parents' place, rather. And we're going to do, like, Easter brunch before I go to work. I was told by my supervisor that I didn't have to work Easter Sunday because it's a holiday and, like, I'm religious, and I asked. And he was like, yeah, no, you don't have to work Easter. We're off Easter. And I was like, okay, perfect. And then I found out at a meeting, like, 2 days ago that I do, in fact, have to work on Easter. And my supervisor is out this week because he's on PTO. So I found out from, like, a different supervisor who's, like, stepping in to help while he's away. And I was like, what? Like, he told me weeks ago that I don't have to work on Easter. And she was like, no, you do. It's on your schedule. And I was like, okay, but I like made Easter plans. I was gonna go over to Charlie's family's place and we were gonna do Easter. So we just had to make it a brunch instead of like a lunch or a dinner or whatever. But that was just super annoying because it's like, I feel like I should not be in the wrong for making plans and thinking that I was gonna have off that day if I was told explicitly that I would have off that day. Like, that seems like I should get the day off and I should be paid, you know? But I would also accept just the day off without pay, because that's what I was originally going to have. But now that they've put it on my schedule, it's like, I have to work, or else I'm in trouble. So, that was stupid. But my supervisor says a lot of things that aren't true, because we were told, like, I'm a seasonal employee, so I came on in October and was just supposed to, like, work through the holiday season. Because our, like, busy season is, like, October to, like, March. So we were told that they were going to cut the seasonal employees based on, like, need. Like, based on how many employees we need to have still on by the time the ramp-up season is over. So they cut a bunch of people in February and March, and they were like, okay, if you didn't get cut, like, congrats, you can stay on the team and you don't have to be seasonal because we need, you know, X number of extra people, and so you can stay, basically. And I was like, oh, cool, because it's almost April now, and I hadn't heard any information otherwise about me being, you know, fired, or laid off, rather. So I was like, okay, sick. Like, I'm not gonna lose my job right before I have to move out of my apartment. That's awesome. And then at the same meeting that I found out that I have to work Easter, we also found out that there's going to be another cut at the end of April. And I was like, be so for real. Like, are you fucking kidding me? After my supervisor told us that there wouldn't be more cuts and that we were safe, there's another cut. And I'm like, I hate you. Like, why would you tell me that I don't have to work Easter and that I'm not going to get laid off, only to find out that I do have to work Easter and I might get laid off? Like, what? Granted, I probably won't get laid off because they already laid off a bunch of people from my team and I didn't get laid off. And, like, out of all of the employees that we have, I'm ranked relatively high. Like, my scores are relatively good. Not all the time, but some of the time they are. Because I'm also, like, a little bit lazy and I don't always do my job to the full extent of how I'm supposed to do it. These guys are green. But that's just because I'm lazy. But now that I know I might get laid off again, I'm gonna have to not be lazy and actually do my job. I know. Insane. Insane concept. I have to do my job. But yeah, fingers crossed I don't get laid off, because I thought I had survived the reckoning, and now I have found out I haven't survived the reckoning. Because you know what would suck so bad is if they're doing the cuts at the end of April and I'm supposed to be moving out of my apartment on May 1st, that they fire me right before I have to move into a new place. A new place that I probably won't be able to afford if I don't have a salary. So, you know, if we sign a lease and then I lose my job, I swear to God. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but the job market right now is awful. It took me months to get the job I currently have. And I was like applying nonstop from like May to October. And I got this job in October. And I've been applying on and off since I got this job, because I knew that I didn't like it and I knew that I was seasonal and I had the chance of getting cut. So I had been applying kind of on and off since I got this job. But I put the applying on pause because I thought that I wasn't going to get laid off, and I needed the time to, like, look at apartments and apply to apartments and, you know, get tours of apartments and things like that. So I was trying to use my spare time to look for a place to live rather than look for a new job when I thought my current job was going to be steady through the move. So if I stopped applying for jobs because I thought I was safe, and then I find out that I'm not safe and I'm going to have to keep applying for jobs, I'm going to be so mad. But like, I can't be homeless, you know? I have to live somewhere, so we'll just have to see if I can live somewhere that I can afford. That's the dream. Okay. So we're almost at 924. It'll be in the next batch. So hopefully the shiny is imminent. Because then I can stop doing this. Nope. Okay. I love that Taylor Swift did a song with Fall Out Boy. I love that. Because I was just watching a video, like, I don't know, like yesterday, of Patrick Stump. And Patrick Stump is very short. He's like probably my height. I think he's like 5'8", and I'm 5'8". He's probably like half an inch taller than me or something. But he's pretty short for a guy. And Taylor Swift is like pretty tall for a girl. Like, I think she's like... She's supposedly 5'11". I think she's a little shorter than that in real life. But if you Google, like, how tall is Taylor Swift, it'll tell you she's, like, 5'10" or 5'11", when she's probably more like 5'9", 5'10". But regardless, my point is that Taylor Swift is taller than Patrick Stump. And there was a picture of the two of them next to each other from, like, a show that they did years ago. And, like... Oh, not bag. And it's just so funny how much taller than Patrick she is. So I just imagine them performing this song together and him having to be like, at Taylor. Okay, alright, this batch is gonna have 924 in it, so fingers fucking crossed, because that's my birthday number. And therefore, it should hatch a shiny. Ooh, Flareon up here. Whee! Because, like, I really want to stop doing this Masuda hunt so I can do other things, but I've committed now to the Masuda hunt, so this is what I have to do. Oh, just jump off a cliff. Whee! I don't know if falling counts as taking steps, so I'll just glide down. We'll just go around Artisan. Artisan is in Pokemon Horizons. Because they go see Brassius, and he's obviously the gym leader in Artisan. Ah! They were not there. Goddamn rookities. But they go visit him in the show, and like the windmill is there. He like jumps off the windmill like he always does. And what else? I can't think. I don't know. I was gonna say something about the show, but now I can't remember what I was gonna say about it. Oh, another Taylor Swift song off of Speak Now TV. I guess it's Haunted. Two T-Swizzles back to back. Haunted is such a good song. I love the, like, I don't know, I guess violin or whatever, like the strings in this one. Taylor Swift loves the word haunted. She uses it in, like, a ton of her songs. Like, not just in Haunted, but in, like, other songs that she has too. Oh, deerling. Ah! Tauros. I hate it when I can't speak. I hate it when Pokemon spawn in, like, right in front of you like that. I'm like, give me a little more warning. Damn. Like, I was driving real fast right at you. You could at least spawn in a few pixels sooner. It's like in Minecraft when you can, like, change your like, pixel distance to make sure that you're, like, you know, seeing as many blocks as you need, or as, you know, how much of the chunk that you need to see. I wish this game did that and it had a wider chunk distance, because they just be spawning in like 2 feet in front of you, and if you're doing like the sprint action, you cannot slow down. Like, you just have to completely stop, like as if you're like on a motorcycle basically. And I'm like, we don't need to do that. Like, we didn't need that. Okay. Whee. There's a lot of items over here that I simply just have not gotten. I don't know what's up with that. It's like, I know that some items spawn in, but I don't think the, like, TMs and stuff do. Okay. That was 923, so the next one is lucky number 924, which is my birthday, so it's basically homophobic if the next poliwag is not, in fact, number 9, or... Well, the next one will be 924, but if the next poliwag is not shiny, because 924 is literally my birthday, and 24 is my lucky number, so basically, with all of the shit luck that we've had, I'll just take any extra luck that I can get. No! It would have been so good if it was. That's fucked up. Ugh. Alright, well, maybe it'll be 925 just to spite me. It's not really gonna make me get to 1,000 eggs, is it? That would be ridiculous. 1,000 eggs is like 500 too many. There's no reason for it to take that long. It should just be this one, and then I can be done. No. Ugh, sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I mean, I do, because I'm tired, but... Oh my god. But I don't have time to be tired today, because I have to hatch, like, 30 extra eggs. More than I normally do. So we just have to speed run these eggs, basically. Okay. Because we still have a fuck ton to go. Like, we have exactly 100 to go now. And it's already been almost an hour. And normally I only open 100 in a stream. So we really gotta go extra fast. And not fucking run into Murkrows. Thank you. I just gotta go speedy. I probably just shouldn't be driving through grass, because that's exactly how you run into random Pokemon. And now I have found a mass outbreak of the Deerling. I already have a shiny Deerling in, like, the orange one, but I don't have a shiny green Deerling. There's a ton of items over here. This is like the 15th one I've picked up. Yeah, I don't know. All of those Deerling look normal to me. They look green to me. Alright. East Province Area 2. Alright, we'll stay on the road. Stay on the path. If we can. If we can help it. I mean, like I said, when I normally do this off stream, if I'm hatching eggs, I will just, like, go up and down the same road the whole time. I just try to drive around at different locations to make it interesting for you guys, because... And for me, because I'll get bored if I'm in the same place for too long, but... When I'm doing it off stream, it doesn't really matter if I get bored, because it's like, nobody's watching, but... Because I have to be entertaining, or whatever... Okay. I didn't press the button for 925. Okay. Because I think the only difference from like a regular deerling and a shiny deerling was like the spots and the bow. Because instead of having like brown spots, it had pink spots. The one that I got. So. I don't know. Or yellow spots. They had pink or something. I don't know. Whatever color it normally is. It wasn't that color. Alright. Boo, the normie. So that was 26. Okay. Whee! Oh yeah, one thing that has come from watching the Pokemon anime is I realized, like, how many of the Pokemon's names I've been, like, mispronouncing my whole life. Because, like, I don't know, I guess when you're a kid, you just pronounce a word the way that you think it's pronounced based on how you read it. Like, there's a lot of just like regular words, not just Pokemon names, that I pronounced wrong for the first bit of my childhood because I had only ever seen it written down and I had never heard it pronounced. So like Hermione, I didn't know how to pronounce that. I thought it was like Hermione or something. Like, I didn't know how to pronounce Hermione until I heard it spoken because it looks weird. Like, it doesn't look like it should be pronounced Hermione unless you like know that, you know? So there's a lot of words that I've realized I've been pronouncing wrong for a while, but Pokemon names really take the cake on that one because I just don't think I ever, like, absorbed the way that they're pronounced from the anime as a kid. I remember watching the anime as a kid. I just don't remember the way to pronounce all of their names. So, like, Rattata, Rat. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce Rattata because I always pronounced it Rattata, but that's not right. It's like Ratata? Ratata? I think that's how they pronounce it in the anime. It's Ratata, like Ratata, run. So, I mean, that makes sense that it's like Ratata, but I don't know, Rattata was the way that I was pronouncing it, I think. I don't know. And then Cyclizar, because it's like a bicycle, Izar, when I was saying Cyclizar, which I guess Cyclizar makes a bit more sense. I don't know why I was pronouncing it Cyclizar, but I think I was thinking like cyclical instead of cycle, which is the same general word, but pronounced differently, so. Yeah, there's a lot more than that. Like, Suicune, I was pronouncing wrong. I was pronouncing it like Suicune. Like, or Sui, I don't know. I was pronouncing it like suicide. That's how I was pronouncing it, but with coon. Like, instead of suicide, it was like Suicune. I don't know. Because again, I've only ever seen it written out, so I'm just pronouncing it the way that I know other words are also pronounced. Which is the only word that I could think of is suicide. So that's one. That's one that I was pronouncing wrong for a while. There's a lot, I don't know. I think Growlithe is Growlithe, but Arcanine is like Arcanine. Arcanine. I think you're supposed to like lengthen the A a little more. I just say Arcanine or Arcanine instead of Arcanine. Even though I know that canine is pronounced canine. But and then like Toucanon is Toucanon because he's a cannon and a toucan. That one in hindsight should have been obvious, but what can I say? Not only can I not read, but I also just don't have any reading comprehension skills, so... I'm a little bit stupid. That's what we've learned, basically. Boo the normie. This is getting literally ridiculous. Like, I have the shiny charm. I have a foreign ditto. I should have had a shiny poliwag by now. Like, I should not still be doing this. This should have been solved a long time ago. Oh my god. No. If one of these could be shiny today, that would be awesome. I'm, like... I mean, I don't want to say because I'm going to fucking jinx it. I'm going to knock on wood on my desk. But I'm fairly confident that we should get one today. But also, I have no confidence at all. Like, every egg I hatch feels like it's definitely not going to be shiny. Like, I feel like I've lost all hope. But also, at the same time, it's like... I mean, it statistically should happen soon. I shouldn't make it to double odds without finding one. I might, but I shouldn't. If the odds are 1 in 512, then I should have gotten one in the first 512, and then a second one by the time I got to 1024, and I know that that's not how odds actually work. Like, it's not a perfect system. This one is also hatching on the edge of the thing. Don't fall off. Like, I know that that's not how it works, but you would think that by 1024 I would at least have one if the odds are that I would have two by the time I got to 1024. Something that, like, my mom always says that makes me really laugh is that everything has a 50-50 shot. And she's not wrong. I mean, she is wrong. But she's, like, she is and she isn't wrong. And that's why it makes me laugh so much, because technically, by her logic, every egg that I'm hatching has a 50% chance of being shiny, because it either is shiny or it isn't shiny. Therefore, it has a 50% chance of being shiny, because there's a 50% chance that, like, because there's only two outcomes. The only two outcomes are... it's shiny. Hey, Astriel, how's it going? Because the only two outcomes are the egg is shiny or the egg is not shiny, my mom thinks that there's a 50% chance that the egg will be shiny because there's only two outcomes. So anything with two outcomes has a 50-50 chance, according to my mother. And, like, I can't argue with that. Like, technically, she's not wrong. But she is, because statistically she is wrong. But... like, it also feels like she's kind of right. Like, it either will be or won't be shiny, but the odds of that happening are not 50%. It's, like... I think my percent chance goes up every time I hatch an egg now. Because if my odds are 1 in 512, and I've hatched more than 512 eggs, then my odds should go up every time. But I don't know by what percent or, like, what my odds are of each individual egg being shiny, because I'm not good at statistics, so I don't know. But I like my mom's logic, and I'm just going to think that every egg I hatch has a 50% chance. Even though that's definitely not true. But I follow her logic. Even if it's wrong. Okay. Let's see. Whee! There's so many items. I can't believe how many items are just, like, around all the time. Whee! Oh. I have, like, a river here. Whee! Okay. Egg. We're on a mission for egg. We're almost at 950, so we're almost I guess we're not quite halfway there because 1024 is like an extra 24. So I would have to be at 962. That would technically be halfway. Or 9... Yeah, 962, because 950 plus 12. I don't know. I don't know why I'm trying to do math. I just said that I'm not good at math and that I'm bad at statistics. I just said that. Now I'm like, let's do math. I think my problem is I find math very interesting, and I think statistics are very interesting, but I'm awful at them. Like, I can't actually do the math required to figure out statistics, but I like looking at them. I like the studies that they do to figure out statistics. Like, you get 100 people and you get them to do some kind of task, and then you figure out, like, what percentage of them do the task one way and what percentage of them do the task the other way. I think it's the autism in it. The, like, innate need to know certain things stems from being autistic, because, like, the autistic stereotype is, like, that you're a know-it-all because you just, like, suck up knowledge like a sponge. And I do that, but I also don't know it all. I'm actually very stupid. And I know very little. There's that meme online that's like, some people got the, like, child genius strand of autism. I got the plays a lot of Pokemon, like, strand of autism. Where instead of being, like, really super intelligent and, like, winning awards and shit, I'm like, I can hyper-focus on Pokemon and play it for hours. Is that a skill? And, like, all things considered, I know a lot about Pokemon. Not nearly as much as some other people know, but I know a decent amount. I know more than the average person, and less than the like, you know, VGC player, but I think something that is also funny about, like, my experience with autism is, like, people think, oh, well, if this is your special interest, this is your hyperfixation, you probably know a lot about it. And in some cases, that's true. Like, when it comes to Gravity Falls, I would say I know a lot about Gravity Falls. I know more about Gravity Falls than most people, because that was, like, a special interest and a hyperfixation of mine when I was in middle school, so I really did learn, like, everything about it, and I studied theories, and, like, I learned how to read code. Like, I learned how to decipher, like, pretty difficult, like, encrypted messages because of that show. You know, not to, like, the level that, like, a spy could, not, like, to the level that the CIA can unencrypt codes, but I can unencrypt, I can decrypt codes pretty well because of that show. And then Pokemon is another good example where, like, I know a decent amount about Pokemon. I'm still learning because there's always, like, new mechanics every day, but I've generally gotten a handle, at least on this game. There's other games, like, I don't know a lot about radar hunting and things like that, but I've decently gotten a handle on this game and all of the mechanics and things that you can do. There's still stuff I don't know, but, like, generally speaking, I've got Pokemon Violet down. But then there's other special interests of mine that I don't know anything about. I really like it, and I don't know shit about it. I'm just like, no, this is just a thing that I really enjoy, but I can't give you any more information than that. Like, as a kid, my special interest, which is still obviously my special interest now, is frogs. Like, obviously, I'm very much obsessed with frogs. But as a kid, I could name, like, every species of frog. I had a book that I think I still have that was, like, literally just, like, a bunch of different species of frogs. And it was just, like, a book that was, like, teaching you about amphibians. And I read that book religiously, and I could, like, in the wild, if you showed me a frog, I could be like, oh yes, that's the, you know, insert species name of frog. And I could just figure that out from just, like, looking at one in the wild. And I could not do that now. Like, I think I lost that part of the special interest. Now I just collect frog, like, memorabilia. I have frog stuffed animals and frog, like, figures and things like that, but ask me to name a species of frog in the wild, and unless it's like a red-eyed tree frog, or like a white tree frog, or a green tree frog, or like a poison dart frog, or like a firebelly toad, I'm probably not gonna know. Or like an American bullfrog. So I can still probably name more species of frog than the average person, but not by much. Definitely not by a lot. But I still really like frogs. I just don't... I lost the hyperfixation. I kept the special interest, but I lost all the knowledge that I gained as a child. Unfortunately, I had to put quote-unquote more important knowledge into my brain. Although I think knowing species of frogs is very important. But I had to learn, like, math and history, and... Now I know about World War II, but I don't know about frog species. Not that I know a lot about World War II. I know the bare minimum that I needed to learn to pass tests on World War II. I'm not one of the World War II girlies. I know there's like a special brand of guy that is like specifically interested in like World War II. There's like two different versions of that guy. There's like the Nazi type and then the not Nazi type. Like I think my dad is fairly interested in history and wars and things like that, but in a like non-Nazi way. But there were definitely guys that went to my high school that were into World War II in like a Nazi kind of way. And I was like, The ones that try to like empathize with Hitler, they're like, well, you know, I see where he was coming from. And I'm like, do you really? Should we? Like, on the one hand, I understand that it's important to understand, like, serial killers or, like, people like Hitler. Like, it's important to, like, understand their point of view so we can try to, like, stop something like that from happening again. But I think there's a far leap between understanding them from, like a psychological and, like, philosophical standpoint to, like, straight up empathizing with them and being like, no, I understand why he did that. And I'm like... Are you gonna be the next, like, serial killer? Should we be concerned? But, yeah, I was never a war girly. My opinion on war is we just shouldn't. There should just not be war. Have you guys considered that? Okay. I think war is kind of dumb. Like, what are we fighting about? I was having this conversation with Charlie the other day, too. That, like, depending on the reason the war was started, maybe I understand it. Like, I still think that, like, all war is bad and that all war is stupid. But there's definitely some that are less stupid than others. Like, I think that squabbles over land are pretty stupid. Like, I don't know why we're fighting over, like, literally the ground. Like, oh, this country wants to have more land from this country, or this land used to be part of this country, and now this country owns it, and this country wants it back. I don't care. I don't care about any of that. I'm sorry. Just, like, get over it. That's my opinion. Just get over it. If that land isn't yours anymore, just don't worry about it. I think we should all be happy with the amount of land that we have. Like, God knows America is large enough. Or if we are going to talk about expanding, then just, like, let's just have a discussion about it. Let's vote on it. Let's decide, you know, okay, if Germany wants more land, instead of invading Poland, maybe try asking Poland nicely. And if they say no, then you should respect their decision, instead of trying to kill everyone in Poland. You know? So, So wars over land, I think, are stupid. Wars over religion, I think, are less stupid than wars over land, but they're still pretty dumb, because I think that we should just be allowed to practice whatever religion we want in whatever country. Like, I don't think that an entire country should have a national religion. I don't think that you, as a country, can force everybody who lives in your country to practice the same religion. I think that that's a little bit ridiculous. Because America is pushing it by having poor separation of church and state. Like, abortion laws are rooted in Christianity, which doesn't make any sense because Christianity is not the ruling religion in our country. People act like it is, but it isn't. We're supposed to have a separation of church and state, and we don't. So, you know, consider that, right? So I think that wars over religion are stupid. I think people should just be allowed to practice whatever religion they want. As long as it's not hurting anybody, you know, as long as their religion isn't like, my religion is I murder people. That's different, right? But if it's Christianity, or it's Islam, or it's Hinduism, or Buddhism, like, you should be able to practice whatever. You know, Charlie's a witch. Charlie's literally pagan. And they're not, like, a witch that's going around, like, putting curses on people. They're just, like, playing with water and stuff. And they're allowed to practice that here, because it's America. And they're allowed to be pagan. Granted, people aren't super cool with witches here. Like, we have a history of not being particularly very cool with witches here. But, like, generally speaking, they're allowed to be a witch legally, even if people, like, in society think it's a little bit weird. So, I think all countries should just let people practice whatever religion, and shouldn't force people into a religion that they don't want to practice. Like, I think that's pretty obvious. So, I think it's a little less stupid than land, but it's still pretty stupid. And then wars that started as a result of oppression, I understand. I think that those are not as stupid. I don't think they're very stupid. Like, if you're like being discriminated against, like your entire community, like the gay community, or, you know, your religious community, or, you know, your race, for instance, if you're being discriminated against by your government, and you and everybody else in your minority group, like everyone else, like, you know, if it was like a gay movement, or like a racially motivated movement, that I understand, because your government shouldn't be forcing, you know, there shouldn't be laws that make it illegal to be gay, and there shouldn't be laws like what segregated America was like. Like, the Civil War makes perfect sense to me. I think it's stupid that it happened, because there just shouldn't have been slavery in the first place, but I 100% support the North deciding that slavery was wrong, and fighting to rescue, you know, literal slaves. Like, that makes perfect sense to me. I still think we could have just talked it out, and made, you know, just put it through Congress for a law to make slavery illegal. But if that law doesn't pass, then I understand rebellion. Rebellion is the one type of, like, conflict that I do think that violence can be slightly necessary. Like, I don't think violence is ever the answer. We had this discussion the other day. But, like, I do think if you need to revolt against an oppressive government, that you're allowed to do that. And that you should. Like, if being gay was illegal here, like, you bet your ass we'd be fighting about it. Because, you know, when gay marriage was illegal, we fought for that. But instead of starting a war, we just revolted until it went through Congress. So that seems like it should be the solution. But I understand if that doesn't work everywhere, that the next best thing is just to revolt. So anyway, I think that all war is bad, but if you are going to start a war, it better be for a good reason that isn't land. That's what I think. Okay, but I have an ad coming up in like a minute, so I'm gonna run that ad. I'm gonna get something to drink because I'm thirsty. But yeah, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, grab a drink, do whatever you gotta do, and I'll see you guys back here in like 3 minutes. Okay. All right, we're back. Charlie is back. So it turns out exclamation point bells was already a command, so it ran 2 commands simultaneously. But yes, I did fix it, so Charlie has 6,900 bells now and not 6,905. Technically, this command says you have 6,900 bells, but you have more than that. It's just how many you've paid. You have however many you have in your channel points. I don't know how to get to tell you that, but what it means is you have paid 6,900 bells on your loan. So I fixed it. I just took 5 away from you. So, because I don't know how you would have ended up paying 5 instead of 100, because the channel point redeem is worth 100. Like, it costs 100 to do that. So that's how many you pay. But thank you for returning from your accidental nap. I missed you. We got more eggs to hatch. We're at... The counter is not updated. We're at 950. I don't know why it doesn't update sometimes. We're at 950. So we have 50 more until we get to 1,000. And then 24 more after that and we get to double odds. So we're really getting down to the wire here. If I don't get a shiny today, I think I might riot. Yeah, I don't know how I did that. I don't know how you did that either. The commands are a little bit funky in Mix It Up because they're like, okay, so bells is the name of my channel point currency, right? Like that's what I named my currency within Twitch, but within my bot, I also had to make it a separate thing called bells to be able to run commands with it. I have to add a type of currency within my bot itself. And then Stream Avatars also has its own kind of currency, but I called that like Pokey or whatever it is in Animal Crossing to make that less confusing. But the currency command... How is this cave like right here? Hello? The currency command within Mix It Up has a lot of things you can do. You can make it so that people earn currency by doing certain things. Like I can make it so that, like in Stream Avatars, you can make it so that people can earn currency and then buy things with the currency. And then Mix It Up has a similar thing where you can like earn and spend your currency within the bot. Sorry, I'm more awake now. You're good. And I have to fight this bag on. So it must have been, you must have accidentally earned 5 bells somehow. Because even though the way that I... Hello? I'm sorry? What, young goose? Okay. Because the way that I do it is you're spending your bells, which are your channel points, on your loan. But the way that Mix It Up, the way that I have to program it in Mix It Up is not that you're spending, but you're actually earning bells. I make it so that your currency goes up by 100 every time you pay your loan. Even though in actuality, your currency is going down by 100, but that's just the way that you have to program it. So that's a little bit confusing, but that must have been what happened. Invisible young goose. Literally. What the hell was that? I didn't run into him. He wasn't there. How could I run into him if he's not there? That's fucked up. Alright, Charlie, do you have any guesses for what the next shiny is going to be? Because I guessed 924 originally, because that's my birthday, and 24 is my lucky number. I'm just a #1 fan, so it gave me some extra, exactly. But it wasn't 924. And then my next guess is 969, so, that's what I think. 1004 or 988. Okay, interesting. I didn't think you'd be able to guess something in the 900s, so... Because I was thinking 999 rather than 988. If it's not 969, I think it might be 999. But what do I know? Nothing. I'm wrong every time, so... But my absolute last resort guess is 1024, because again, 24 is my lucky number. But I really hope we get it before that. I'm going to be real mad if we get all the way to double odds. 969 is okay too. Well, yeah, it's the funny number. Yeah, exactly, because funny number. Because it wasn't 669, which it should have been. So if it's not going to be 669, it has to be 969. That's the only way. Okay, I'm just hoping we can get to all of them today, because it's already been like an hour and a half. So I have like an hour left, and I gotta get through over 50 eggs. I have to get through like 70. So we really gotta speed run these eggs. I think we can do it, I just might have to go a little bit long, which is not ideal because I'm really sleepy and I kind of wanted to take a nap before work. But I won't have time if I go over, so we're just really gonna speedrun it. We're just gonna go really, really fast. I don't know how we're gonna go really, really fast, but we're just gonna go really, really fast. Go, 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 speedrun. Exactly, baby. Exactly. Eggs, exactly. Eggs-actly. We just have to not get distracted. Oh my god, Charlie, that's so many eggs, bud. That's what my boxes be looking like for real. Oh my god! Charlie! They went off the screen! Hello? Mods, ban this guy for spam. Oh my god. Okay. Whee! Mwahahaha. It's funny because Charlie is mods. When I say mods, ban this guy, Charlie is the mod. Charlie, ban yourself. Wait, don't I have a, let me see. Do I have the BTTV for ban? Yeah. Get banned, motherfucker. Alright. Oh, I ran into a teacup. Hello, teacup. Are you a real teacup or a fake teacup? I can't tell from here. Okay. Well, now that Charlie is banned, we can stream in peace. You're not actually banned, Charlie. You can talk. Charlie is the only person allowed to spam in my chat. Charlie is pretty much allowed to do anything in my chat. Like, I mean, unless you're, like, abruptly breaking Twitch TOS, I don't think I'm gonna stop Charlie from doing anything that is normally against my rules. Oh, Meowth. I can only think of the Meowth from Team Rocket and, like, his accent. He's like, yeah. He's so weird. Alright. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything that broke TOS. I mean, I know that you wouldn't do anything that broke TOS. I just mean, like, as far as my normal Twitch rules go, like, yeah, I wouldn't want to. Well, yeah, because if you get banned off the platform, then you can't stream. You can get banned from my chat, or you can get banned from the entire platform. Yeah, Team Rocket Meowth. Yeah. But, like, you know, things that I would not let a chatter I don't know do, I would let Charlie do. Like, Charlie's allowed to post links because they're a mod, and Charlie's allowed to spam because they're Charlie. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, you just pick favorites. Yeah, Charlie and I are dating. They are my favorite. I am, in fact, picking favorites. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to break it to you, but my partner of 2.5 years is my favorite. Eggs. Me giving Charlie the go-ahead to spam eggs. Within reason. Okay, I can't escape because of arena trap. Well, just die then. Have you tried dying? Ow. That guy hit me. Get liquefied. Yeah, I'm done now. Well, how's your day going, Charlie? Do you have any plans for the weekend? Poliwag learned Mudshot. Poliwag learned Pound. Poliwag learned Mudshot. Okay. A lot of T-Swizzle today on the playlist. I keep meaning to add more songs to this playlist, and then I keep not doing it. I found a playlist on YouTube Music that I really like, but I don't have YouTube Music. I have... Well, I don't have Spotify. I steal Charlie's Spotify. But I use Spotify for my music because it's, you know, doesn't have ads. I used to use Apple Music. I haven't told you because I've been asleep, but we have a place to apply to and the realtor is trying to schedule a tour. Oh, nice. Okay, cool, cool, cool. There's a place that currently has a dog. Oh, awesome. Okay, yeah, well, you'll have to... Is it on the document, or can you put the link onto the document so I can look at it? One of the places... is... Oh, okay, so one of the ones that we found yesterday was good. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Because I was just telling chat that, like, we toured a place yesterday that we don't know if it's gonna pan out. So it would be really cool if we could find a place that is gonna pan out. Text me the which one it is so I can look at it. Obviously do not put the address of where we might live into my chat. Please, God. But text me which one it is so I can look. But yeah, that would be sick if we could have a place to live. That'd be awesome. I did see when I was on Zillow, one of the properties I found said it was being listed by an agent from the company that our realtor works with. Like, the name of her company, it said it was, like, a man who worked at that same company. And I was like, oh, well, if it's already being listed by their company, like, that's good, right? Like, then it's somebody she probably knows if they work in the same company. So... Yeah, I know, I'm dumb. I don't think that you're that dumb. I just... You know. We have almost said our address on stream before. Just by not thinking. Like, not like literally our full address, but I have almost said the name of the street we live on. And Charlie has said the name of a street that's, like, not far from where we live. Like, not the name of the road we live on, but the name of, like, the main road closest to our neighborhood on stream before. And I was like, Charlie. Because we'll like, order DoorDash, and Charlie would be like, ooh, the DoorDasher is on name of our street. And I'll be like, Charlie, what do you mean? So, okay, good. I have a text from Charlie. Let's see. Because it's like, obviously, I can't show you guys the place, because then you'll know where we're going to live. But I just want to look at it. Oh, I remember that one. I recognize the address. Okay, Purr. That was a cute place, I think. Wasn't that one of the ones that was, like, more of a house than it was an apartment? Because we've been preferring the ones that are a little more housey rather than more like an apartment. Because part of the reason we're moving out of our current apartment is because it is, like, an apartment-style apartment where it's, like, we have to walk up a flight of stairs to get here, or actually rather down a flight of stairs to get to our apartment. Yeah, it's a little standalone house. That's what I thought. I remember finding that one on Zillow and thinking it was super cute. And we have neighbors in, like, the apartment over that, like, scream at each other. They haven't recently, and I wonder if everything is okay. But for a while, they would, like, scream at each other, and we could hear it through the wall. And then also, not having a private yard has been hard with Leo. Like, we want him to be able to run around in, like, a fenced-in yard if possible. So we've been looking at more, like, townhouses, like, little, like, ramblers and things like that, that, can kind of have their own space so that we could let Leo out into the yard and things like that. So I remember that one on Zillow. That would be awesome if we could apply to that one. That would be awesome. Because the place we toured yesterday was kind of like a house. It was 2 floors. It had like a main floor and a basement. Because everything in our apartment is on 1 floor, which is good for Charlie because there's not stairs. But it's all carpet, so they can't really like use their wheelchair. So we were hoping for a place that was like all 1 floor, but like had hardwood. That's like the dream. So hopefully that's what Charlie found. Or rather I found, and then we sent to our realtor, who's helping us. But yeah, because like I said, the place that we looked at yesterday, we don't know if it's going to pan out, just because there were like a few issues with the place that we weren't sure we could get around. Like, we liked the place, but it was just a few things that we didn't know if we could work with. I need to call my doctor for an updated service dog letter. Yeah. It's kind of a bummer you can't just use the one that we gave to our current landlord. Because that was pretty much arguing for, Is that letter from your psychiatrist or from your, like, PCP, Charlie? I can't remember who you got the letter from. Or did they both sign it? Because I know your letter for Mandy came from a therapist, but you got your psychiatrist, I think, also to, like, co-sign it? Okay, PCP. Okay, well, you kind of have to talk to your PCP anyway, because you need to get your files for disability. Charlie's working on applying for disability, but it's an insanely long process. Oh, I didn't mean to go into my boxes. It's an insanely long process, and it involves, like, pulling all of their medical records. Because instead of having, like, something that disabled Charlie, like, for instance, our friend's dad was in an accident, and now he's quadriplegic. So obviously he was able to go on disability because he went from being basically perfectly functional to being quadriplegic, like, overnight, essentially. Like, I'm sure it wasn't literally that fast, but, like, he got into an accident and now he's quadriplegic. So that is like a perfect example of when you can apply for disability relatively easily, because you can cite exactly when your disability started, right? Like, if you were perfectly able-bodied prior to your accident and then you had an accident, then it's like, duh, of course disability is going to start giving you money until you can... Because what if his job involved any kind of manual labor before? You know? He can't do that now. Like, even if it involved just standing on his feet, he can't do. He's quadriplegic. So, but the difference with Charlie is there's not, like, one day that they became disabled. They were born with a disability that has gotten worse over time, and then eventually manifested itself when they were at their last job. They went to the ER because they were completely burnt out from the job that they were doing, and then they got fired from their job for missing too many days after going to the ER, which is fucking illegal, by the way. But that means that Charlie has to pull years worth of medical records just to prove that they have an illness, and that illness is in fact debilitating enough to qualify for disability, and that they can't just, like, suck it up and work anyway, right? Like, that's what they have to prove. And a lot of times people with chronic illnesses struggle to get approved for disability because the idea is, well, you can still work. You know, you're not that disabled, right? It's like, Charlie could pass out at any given moment. Like, they could be fine 1 minute and then literally unconscious the next. That is not safe for any job. There is no job that you can just pass out in the middle of, you know? Like, my job, for example, even though my job is work from home and I sit in a chair all day and all I do is answer phone calls, if I passed out, if I went unconscious in the middle of a phone call and stopped responding to the person I was talking to, that would be really bad, you know? So there is not a job where you can just, like, pass out in the middle of it, you know? So for all intents and purposes, Charlie should qualify for disability, but the system is ableist and doesn't want people to be on disability because they don't want to give out money. So I got a prescription written for Leo originally from my cardiologist. That's right, I remember that. But I need a letter. People with chronic illness struggle to get approved. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, so you need a letter from your PCP that's not like a prescription, but just being like, this dog is medically necessary and being trained and et cetera, et cetera. I wonder if we could also get our service dog trainer to provide us with anything, like proof that he is in their program or anything like that, like proof of enrollment. I don't know if that would be helpful, but like something to think about. Because you could get a letter from your doctor, and like nobody would do this, right? Like nobody would do this. I mean, I guess somebody might do this, but we would not do this. But like you could get a letter from a doctor saying that you need a service dog and then still pretend that Leo is a service dog and not actually train him at all, you know? But we are training him and we can prove that he's enrolled in a program. So I don't know if that would be helpful at all, but I think it might be worth getting the paperwork. Especially if we're looking at a place that doesn't normally accept dogs. Like, I'm glad the place that you found is accepting... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Hello? Is accepting dogs. But if we were applying to a place that didn't, we just want to make sure we have all of our bases covered with Leo, that he is medically necessary, he is a service dog, he is in training, all of that stuff. Okay, this is 969. This is the funny number. This one's gonna be shiny. Please, please. It'll be so funny. Damn it. But it would have been so funny. Okay, whatever. Boo. It's fine. Alright, well, I guess our next one is... Charlie said 988, right? Okay. I mean, 977 would also be okay, but not as much. Yeah, but we should definitely apply to that place if our realtor says that we should. If we can get a tour of it, that would be awesome. Especially if we can go with your dad, because we toured the place yesterday without Charlie's dad because he's out of town on a trip. And he's very thorough, to say the least, when we're touring places. Charlie and I don't really know what to look at when we're touring a place, right? Like, when I'm looking at a place, I'm going off of vibes only. I'm like, do I like the vibe of this place? Do I think it has enough space for us, right? Do I think I can fit my computer and our bed and all of our furniture, right? Like, that's what I was looking for in the place yesterday, which is why when we went to the car to talk about it, I was like, I liked it. And then Charlie's mom was like, well, here's some of the issues with it, right? But I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. I was just kind of going off vibes. That bush looked suspicious, sorry. But Charlie's dad is even more thorough than Charlie's mom when we tour a place. He'll, like, open up the like, what do you call it? The electrical box, and he'll be, like, flipping the switches in there to see if the lights work. And he'll like open up the inside of the washer and dryer and inside of the microwave and the inside of the dishwasher to see if there's, like, you know, anything like gross in there or like rust or anything like that. And I just like, I'm like, oh good, there is a washer and a dryer. Oh good, there is a dishwasher. And he's like looking to see if it's actually functional. But the place we were at yesterday, luckily, was it was still inhabited. There was still a tenant there. So we were pretty confident that the lights still worked because, like, there was somebody living there who was using the lights, you know? But yeah, hopefully we can take Charlie's dad on the tour with us for the place that Charlie is talking about, because I feel like he'll always find something that we won't find, which is good and bad, because we could really like a place and then Charlie's dad will be like, no, there's like this one microscopic thing wrong with it, and therefore I don't like it. And we'll be like, oh man. Like, he's not literally that harsh, but I think of one place we toured where we thought it was pretty good. It was all on one floor. We ended up applying for it. Oh, tomorrow at 10 a.m. What about Easter brunch? Are we still having Easter brunch? We were supposed to have Easter brunch tomorrow morning. Will there still be brunch? I was promised eggs and bagels. Will there still be eggs and bagels? We can still do brunch. Okay, thank God. Okay, so tomorrow at 10 a.m. we're touring this place. You already have that scheduled? Crazy. You've been working. You've been working over there. Has this all happened while I've been streaming? I thought you took a nap for an hour. When did you figure all of this out? Okay, so Charlie's dad will not come with us on the tour, but that's okay. We can show him later. But I think our #1 prerogative is just try to get on places early, because if it's a nice place, 15 other people will apply. And then they'll take anybody over us that doesn't have a dog. And then it's like, oh, well, we're not denying you because that you have a dog. We're just denying you because their application was stronger. I woke up at 7 a.m. and couldn't fall back asleep for a bit. Oh, so you did all of this at 7 a.m.? When did you do that? Okay. But yeah, our #1 prerogative is just to jump on things early. If we can get an application in before 15 other people do, as long as our application is strong enough on its own, maybe they'll just take us, you know? Because the thing about people that are selling a property, or renting it out rather, they just want someone to live there ASAP because they want the rent to start being paid. Because otherwise they're paying to upkeep that place with no tenant paying for it. Like, the longer a place is vacant, the more money the owner has to spend to keep that place up and running. Which is obviously not what they want. So, early bird definitely gets the worm, I think, in the rental space. If you're trying to get a house, whether bought or rented for that matter. Like the people that bought my parents' house, for example, when my parents sold my childhood home, they had only had it up for maybe 4 days when somebody put in an application over asking price, and my parents sold it right then and there to the person who offered over asking price, which is crazy because they were the first application. You don't need to go over asking price. You could have gone under asking price if you're the first person, but they were like, no, we'll take it for more than it's worth. And then my parents were like, sold. Done. Because then my parents don't have to worry about my house anymore, and they could start working on moving to their new house in Florida. So yeah, I think it's the same thing with rental properties. It's like, we don't want to have to pay to upkeep this. We want you to pay to be here. Easiest sale ever. Oh my god, how did I end up doing that? No, literally easiest sale ever. I cannot believe how fast my parents sold our house. I thought we were going to have a little bit longer with the house, and they were like, no, it's sold, and the person is moving in Monday. And I was like, are you for real right now? Like, whoever bought our house must have been desperate, because they literally went over asking price and moved in almost immediately. Which, like, I get, because we are currently desperate. Charlie, when does the house that we're looking at become available? Does it say, is it already available? Is it available April 1st? Is it available May 1st? Like, do you know what the timeline is? Because we can sign a lease starting this month, like starting April. I know that you know that. I'm telling chat. 5/10? May 10th? Oh no. Well, that's no good. Okay. We'll have to figure that out then. I don't know what we do in that case, because we have to be out of this place May 1st. Maybe we can convince our landlord to let us stay if we explain the situation. We'll be like, hey, I know that we gave you 60 days notice, but our new place won't let us move in until the 10th. Can we stay here? We'll pay the prorated rent if you just let us stay here for like 10 more days. Because we thought about staying in this place an extra month, because our third roommate was looking for a place and was like, the place I'm moving into isn't available till June 1st. Can we do like an extra month? And we were like, I don't know if we can do an extra month or not. I guess it depends on what we find. But maybe now it would be in our best interest to do an extra couple of weeks. Like, if we could stay here till May 15th or so, and then move into that place by May 10th, so that we'd have like 5 days to move. Yeah, or even an extra month. Yeah, we could. I don't know if we could convince her to do an extra month, but I think we could convince her to do 2 weeks. Also, Charlie, aren't they coming to inspect our apartment tomorrow? Or, no, 2 days. 2 days. We're good. They're coming on the 1st. For a second, I was like, oh, but we won't be here. But no. Tomorrow is Sunday, but they're coming Monday. So we're good. Because I have some stuff I need to clean. They're going to come check, make sure we haven't ruined the place. But we have ruined the place. Not really. But we've put holes in the wall. Like, we put nails up and stuff that we always planned on taking out and covering up. But we haven't taken them out and covered them up yet, so... yeah. We should... If our application gets accepted for that place, we should call our landlord and be like, can we stay 2 extra weeks? We will pay extra. Because it's not like they plan on anybody moving into this place before then, because they're going to have to rip up all the carpet and clean the place. So I don't think they planned on anybody moving in before, like, June 1st anyway. Like, I assume they planned on having this unit vacant for a while to clean it. Dance, dance, falling apart. Okay, so where are we now? We're at... That number's not right. It should be at... God, I have not been pressing the button. Hold on. We should be at 980 now, I think. Because then it would be 990... 1,000... 1,010... 1,020, and then 4. Yeah. Alright, we have a little more than 1 box to go, and we only have like 40 minutes left to stream. Run! Yeah, and I guess. Why can't I talk? And then I guess the alternative is, if we can't stay here for an extra month, to get like a storage unit for a month. And move all of our stuff into the storage unit, and then slowly move it into the new place. Like, if we could get a storage unit for, like, April 15th to, like, May 15th or something. That would also work. Pay for a month of a storage unit. Probably be cheaper for a month of a storage unit than it would be for, a month of the apartment. And then we could just stay at your parents' for, like, the 10 days or whatever. And technically it would be, like, 9 days. Which would be a long 9 days, but we could do it. Because Charlie's parents have talked about, like, offering us to, like, stay in their basement if the transition from our apartment to the new place is something like that, where there's, like, a few days in between when we move out and when we move in. Which is, like, super nice of them, and I very much appreciate it. But also, it's really funny because, like, for me... Like, for Charlie, it's not that big of a deal, right? It's just like, oh, yeah, move back in with my parents into my room that I was already living in for, you know, a week, right? Like, no biggie. But for me, that's like moving in with my partner's parents for a week. Which is very different, especially because we're not, like, married or anything. Because I can't move in with my parents. They're in Florida, so that would be really hard. But, yeah. I like that you just end up teleported into Mezagosa if you fly too close. That always makes me laugh. I've never had a storage unit before. I don't know what we would do with a storage unit. I mean, I know what we would do with it. We would store stuff in it, but, like, I don't know how a storage unit works. Or, like, where... I think there's a storage unit place not that far from where we live, actually. I feel like we drive past it all the time when we go to the grocery store. Although I don't know if that's, like, storage units or if that's, like, lockers. I don't know what it is. But I think there is, like, a storage place not that far from where we live. We do, yeah. Okay, slay. Well, we'll figure it out. Nothing we need to figure out while I'm streaming right now, but... I think it's units. I don't know. Yeah, well, we'll look into it. This is all hypothetical if we end up moving into this place. I'm just a planner. I'm just an anxious planner with autism. So I'm like, I have to know exactly what's going to happen all the time. Anybody else here? Just me? Realtor said to apply ASAP. I know. We can apply as soon as I'm done streaming. Which reminds me, I didn't apply for the fair yesterday. I meant to do that, but you were asleep. I need to do that. There's a craft fair that Charlie and I want to apply for to sell our moss and moss stuff at. But I haven't actually... I filled out the application, I just haven't sent it in. It costs like $35 to apply, but like, whatever. Okay. Whee! I like that they're all hatching on the stairs of Messagosa now. Like right outside the school. Okay. One of these guys has to be shiny at some point. I'm gonna lose my mind if they're not. If I get to 1024 and it's not shiny, I literally might have to take a break from this stupid ass hunt. When is the fair again? May 18th? Whatever that Saturday is. So it would be like the week after we move in that case. Which hopefully is enough time to get all of our stuff together. Okay. Yeah. It should be fine. We should be... like... unpacked enough by then to... if we at least unpack our craft stuff first. Because it's also a little awkward moving when we run our craft business. Like, people buy stuff from us. Which, by the way, Charlie, we have an order that we should pack today and get that out tomorrow when we leave. That people buy from us, like, every day. So when we move, we're going to have bracelet stuff, like, readily available pretty quickly. In case somebody orders from us. Because we have, like, 3 days to get orders out. So... we had an order come in, I think, yesterday, which is good because today's the weekend, so technically it doesn't count. It's like we have 3 business days, I think. So, if we can pack it today and then take it with us tomorrow when we leave for the tour, that'd be good. Okay, was that everybody? Yeah, that was everybody. So we're at 985 now. Okay. So many eggs. So many not shiny eggs. It's ridiculous. I'm just glad I learned I can mass release using Pokemon Home. That's a lifesaver. Like, that's probably the best thing I've learned in a while, is that you can do that. Shut up and let me see your jazz hands. I love this song. It's so good. Shut up and let me see your jazz hands. It's just a really good line. Because, like, what the fuck does he mean? I don't know. I don't care. Oh, I remember one of the things I was going to talk about, like, way earlier on stream and then totally forgot. So, QT Cinderella, the girl who runs the Streamer Awards, and I think she's dating Ludwig, the streamer? Don't quote me on that, but I think that's right. She posted a tweet that was like, new stream challenge. And it's like kind of a joke, but kind of not. And it was like, name 100 women. They have to be like Googleable, like public figures. They can be streamers. They can be like YouTubers. But you have to be able to like Google them. They can't just be like your mom, your sister. And you're not allowed to use chat for help. And there were some other rules. But essentially, it's just like name 100 women. It's like the name a woman challenge, but instead of naming one woman, you have to name 100. And I was gonna do it on stream, but I figured it might be hard with the hunt going on in the background to also name 100 women. Because I feel like I would need a counter going for the eggs and a counter going for the women. So Charlie and I just offhandedly tried to name as many women as we could after we saw the tweet yesterday. And I am proud to say that we did name 100 women with very little difficulty, other than that I'm kind of bad with actors' names. So I would be like, oh, you know, the girl who plays insert character in insert movie or insert show, but then I would completely forget her real name. And then so that wouldn't count because it's not actually the name of the woman's the name of the character. I wish fictional women counted. Because then I would totally be set. I'm way better at fictional characters' names than I am at real people's names. It's a bop, agreed. But we were able to name 100 women with pretty much little difficulty other than that. I just named mostly like YouTubers and streamers. So I was like, and like musicians. So I was like Dodie, Tessa Violet, Mitski. I named like everyone in Boy Genius, Taylor Swift. Like I was just naming like as many like female artists because I listened to a good number of female artists. Girl in Red, right? So I was just like Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo. Like I was just naming female artists until I couldn't think of any more. And then I did like actresses. So I was just like Emma Watson, Emma Stone, Emily Blunt, like just picking as many names as I could think of from like actors and musicians. But I also did a lot of like YouTubers and streamers. And when I ran out of people I could think of in that space, I just started naming like historical women. So I was like Susan B. Anthony, Rosa Parks, Eleanor Roosevelt. You know, I was just like straight up naming like historical women. I felt bad. A lot of them were like not husbands. A lot of them were the president's wives. So like the presidents were their husbands. So like Eleanor Roosevelt, Jackie Kennedy, Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton. But those are like easy women to name because they're associated with obviously a very famous man. But I felt bad that I was naming women that I probably only knew about mostly because of their husband. But like they're still their own women and worth being named. So, you know, Martha Washington, you know, all that. Angelica Schuyler, Elizabeth Schuyler, you know, just name all the Schuyler sisters. But yeah, I think if you can't name 100 women, that's actually kind of embarrassing. Because certainly, just thought of someone I'm surprised you didn't mention. Who? Amelia Earhart. Oh my god, I love Amelia Earhart. Yeah, I should have gone with Amelia Earhart. I don't think I was thinking about her vein of history. But yeah, no, I love Amelia Earhart. I was obsessed with Amelia Earhart in high school. Obsessed. I was like, where did she go? Where is she? Like, the fact that they may have found her now is actually baffling to me. That we might have actually found her bones. Like, that's crazy. Oh my god, Cleopatra? That was another one we should have named. Amelia Earhart and Cleopatra. Two lost women. But yeah, if you can't name 100 women, that's actually, like, seriously embarrassing. And, like, I know that this is, like, more aimed at men than it is at me, because I'm a non-binary person, and I also grew up socialized as a female. So, like, it's easier, certainly, for me to name 100 women than it is for, like, you know, a cis-straight man to name 100 women, but also, cis-straight men should love women, because they're straight. Like, I don't care if you're naming Mia Khalifa and just all of the female porn stars that you know. At least if you can name the women. Like, I feel like it is a little embarrassing if the only women that you're naming are, like, porn stars and streamers, but at least they're women. You know? I felt like we had a really good mix of women. We named historical women, we named current women, because it said they could be dead or alive, so it was like Marilyn Monroe was an option. Just as long as you could name 100 women. Because I was like, certainly, like, because I understand that it's hard to think of people on the spot. Like, it's hard to remember names of actors, like, on the spot. Again, I had trouble. I would be like, oh, you know, the girl who plays whoever in whatever show. What's her name? But, like, generally speaking, being able to name 100 women shouldn't be hard, especially if you have the time to think about it. And then just, like, as an exercise, I was like, okay, well, how much easier will it be to name 100 men? Yeah, I should have said Cleopatra, yeah. I was like, how much easier will it be to name 100 men? And it was easier, yes, but not by a lot. It was only easier because I could name more male presidents than I could name presidents' wives. That was the only reason it was easier. Otherwise, I was still like, oh, who's the guy who plays whatever character in whatever show? Like, I was still having the same problem trying to think of actors' names. And then it was a little easier to do male artists, like musicians, because I'm a fan of more male groups and female individual solo artists. So, like, I could name every member of Fall Out Boy, but then I would only be able to name, like, Lorde, Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, because they're just a one-woman show. So it just helps that Fall Out Boy is 4 guys instead of 1 guy. Or 21 Pilots is 2 guys instead of 1 guy. So I was able to name, like, a few more guys in those cases where I was able to name more presidents and more, like, musician groups. Because, like I said, I listened to a lot of female artists, but, like, solo artists. And then I listened to a lot of male bands. Yeah, Charlie named every male member of Imagine Dragons, and half of them are named Dan. No, 3/4 of them are named Dan. Dan, Daniel, Daniel, and Ben. Which is kind of ridiculous. That they're all named Dan. But that's like a running joke with fans of Imagine Dragons, that they're just all named Dan, which is just inherently really funny. That they're all named Dan. So it was a little bit easier in that sense, but I would still say it took us about the same amount of time to name 100 men as it did to name 100 women. Maybe the men was a little bit faster, but we did name the women first. So our brain juices were already kind of going. When we were naming the women, we thought about men while we were naming the women, which made it easier to name the men second, I think, as well. So I think I was able to name 100 women about as easily as 100 men. But we both agreed that 100 non-binary people would be almost impossible. Like, unless I could name non-binary people that I know, I don't think I could name 100 non-binary people. Unless you would let me count, like... No, because they wouldn't count. I was going to say, like, unless I could count, like, trans people as a whole, but I was counting trans people when I was counting men and women, because trans men are men and trans women are women. So I counted Dylan Mulvaney when I was counting women, because she's a woman. And Elliot Page counts when you're counting men, right? Even though those people are trans. So, you know. It was also easier to name people that I don't like. Like, I think I like women more than men. I don't think. I know I like women more than men. So I only named a few women that I don't like, but I named a lot of men that I don't like. Like, when I was doing presidents, it was a lot of men I don't like. Donald Trump, Andrew Jackson, like, you know, Thomas Jefferson. Like, a lot of men that I don't enjoy. Donald Trump, right? Like, these are not men that I enjoy. I can name a lot of male serial killers, because I'm just interested in serial killers, and they're statistically more male than female. Trisha Paytas, yeah, that was one. Like, Melanie Martinez is not really an artist I like, but she is a woman, so I was able to name her. Because she was in the same vein as, like, Lana Del Rey and Lorde and, you know. Brendan Urie, yeah, that's another man that we don't really like. We used to, but not anymore. Yeah, Billie Eilish, that's a woman that I do like. And she's playing right now. So I feel like more of the men on the list of men that we named were people that I don't like than the number of women I didn't like on the list of women we named. But, like, I can, you know, Ted Bundy, right? Like, he wasn't on the list that we did, but, like, I could certainly name John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy. Like, there's a lot of male serial killers I could certainly name. Which is sad, but it's true. You know? Those are famous men. They shouldn't be. But they are. You know? But yeah, we named a good variety of men and women. Women I like, women I don't like, men I like, men I don't like, presidents, singers. Dan Schneider, oh my god. We didn't name him, but... Or maybe we did. I can't remember. We did name a bunch of the cast of iCarly. I don't know why. Like, Victorious and iCarly, we were able to name... we just watched the Quiet on Set documentary. So I was like, Miranda Cosgrove, Amanda Bynes, Victoria Justice, Elizabeth Gillies. Like, we were just naming a bunch of actors from Nickelodeon shows. So... Jeanette McCurdy, right? Like, all of the people that were in that show are in the documentary. So... But yeah, I think 100 non-binary people would be very difficult unless I could name people that I know. And even still, I don't think I'd get past like 50. I know a lot of non-binary people, but I don't know that I know 100. In my head, I don't even think I know 100 people total, but that's not true. I do, like, personally. I do probably know 100 people personally. But not well, but, like, I've certainly met and had a conversation with well over 100 people, right? Like, if I was naming people I know, I would be able to name Charlie and Olivia and Kate and, you know, all these people that I know. Certainly I know 100 people. I have at least, like, 100 Facebook friends. And not to say that everyone you're friends with on Facebook is someone you're friends with, but I know most of the people I add on Facebook. I don't really add people I don't know on Facebook, unless it's, like, extended family or something. Because, like, why would I add you if I don't know you on Facebook, which I don't hardly use? I only use Facebook so that, like, my grandparents can keep up with me, right? Like, I feel like that's why most Gen Z people would use, you know, Facebook. But you know, I have like 1,000 Instagram followers, but I certainly don't know all 1,000 of them. I have over 100 Twitch followers, but I don't know all 100 of you. Not in real life, anyway. A lot of you I do, though. I've met a lot of my Twitch friends and Twitch quote-unquote fans. I don't want to call you fans, but like viewers. People that come into my streams. I know a lot of you. Because a lot of us talk outside of stream. Alright, one more. That was 999, so that's sad it wasn't shiny. But we got one more, and then we're at 1,000. Oh my god. Please. Don't make me go to double odds. Please. I can't believe I just hatched 1,000 eggs. Ridiculous. Okay, well, we have 24 to go, and we have like 20 minutes, so I think we can do it. I'm gonna go on a quick ad break, and then be right back. Okay. Alrighty. That's the wrong scene. Hold on. Alright. We have breached 1,000 eggs. Jesus Christ. Let's get this over with. Please, God, do not go to double odds. I don't think I can emotionally handle having to go over 1024. Because I know that Astral hatched like, what, like 1,800 some before they got to Sprigatito? I can't do that. I mean, I will, but I can't. I thought this would be a lot easier. It wasn't. It wasn't easier. Okay. You wait to silent for this. Alright. Maybe it'll just be number 1001. Just to be a silly little trick. Charlie guessed 1004, right? So maybe it'll be that. And then I won't have to hatch anymore. Because my next guess was 1024, because that's my lucky number, 24. So hopefully it'll be before that. I don't know if it's... Is it over odds or under odds if I get it at exactly 1024? It's just at odds. Because 1025 is over odds and 1023 is under odds, but 1024 exactly? I don't know. We'll see. Here, let me go somewhere more fun because it's dark here. Let's go to Kitakami. This is where the poliwags come from, this like river. So maybe I'll just start down here in Mossfell and then make our way up. Okay. Please, God, let this be the end. If I have to do more than double odds, I don't know what I'll do with myself. Okay. Egg numero 1001. Yippee. Come on, be this one just to spite me. No! God damn it. Alright, that's okay. That's okay. Maybe it'll be 1002. Because 924 is my birthday, but 2001 is the year I was born. So 1002 is 2001 backwards. So maybe instead of doing it on 924... Okay. Damn it. Boo the normies. Just be shiny. Have you guys thought about that? This is so many eggs. Alright, well this is 1003, so the next one is Charlie's egg. Which also means we should be looking around for a shiny, because we didn't get one last time. Like a random wild shiny, so... If we didn't get one last time, maybe there'll be one hiding around here. Is that Nuzleaf guy a normal color? Are these guys all normal? Oh. He ran away. He got scared when the egg started hatching. Alright, 1004, Charlie. This is your guess. Nar. I'm literally convinced that none of them are ever going to be shiny. Like, I could do this for 10 years and I would never get a shiny. And I know that's not true, but that's literally how I feel. Like, it feels like the game is pranking me and that you actually can't get a shiny by doing this. And that everybody who has ever played Pokemon and said that there's a... that the Masuda method is real is actually a liar. Okay. And it was all just a conspiracy to get me to hatch a bunch of eggs. And I know that that's not true, because I have seen people Masuda hunt successfully. But not me, I guess. I don't know what the hell I'm doing wrong, you guys. 1024 is your next guess? Yeah, that's my next guess too. Are all of these guys normal colored? Can't tell. I think you guys look normal. I don't know. Trust no one. Got that shit tattooed on me. I think there's like new terror raids and stuff out right now. But I don't get to care about any of that because I just have to do this forever. It's fine. Everything's fine. I wanted to do 1,000 eggs. I thought it would be fun to do 1,000 eggs. I'm not suffering at all. This is super normal and super fun. Like, I really thought we were gonna get one today. I thought double odds would be enough. You know? I mean, there's still a chance. We still have, like, 20 to go, but... I don't know. Even though my odds go up with every egg I hatch, my hope goes down with every egg I hatch. I don't know why. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna get one. I'm gonna stay positive, even though I am not an optimist. But we're gonna get one. That's what I believe wholeheartedly, is that we're gonna get one today. It's gonna be either 1024 or one of the ones before that. I'm manifesting it right now, you guys. Everybody manifest with me that we're gonna get a shiny today. It has to happen. It must. It's the only way. Okay. This is number 1006. Will it be shiny? No. That's okay. That's okay. We still have many other options, such as 1007, 1008. Alright, this one's going into Pink Void. Pink Void maybe means shiny. Shiny come out of the Pink Void. It's a shiny void. Okay. That's okay. Who cares about 1007 anyway? That's a bad number. It should be 1008. So 1008. You're so 1000 and late. Oh, okay. Another one in the Pink Void. Maybe it'll be this one then. Please be this one. Oh my god. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of patience. I'm running out of hope. Okay. This is ridiculous. Okay. Maybe it'll be 1010, because it'll be like 1010. And that's a nice number. Okay, this one decided not to spawn in the Pink Void. Like the other ones did. I believe in you, thank you. It's not like it's anything I can do, you know? Their shininess is decided the second they're laid. And everything I've read has said that using sparkling power while you're hatching eggs doesn't affect them, and it only affects shiny encounters. So there's no reason that these eggs should have any less chance at being shiny. So it's gonna be this one, because it's 1010, and it wants me to be able to go take my nap. Come on, Ditto and Poliwrath. I know, right? They're the ones that are not creating a shiny baby. Maybe my Ditto just doesn't have any shiny sperm. Which is stupid, because he's foreign, so he should. Because I've also been told that using a shiny Ditto also does not increase your odds at all, so... There's no reason that I should not be getting a shiny right now. Aw, man. Okay. We're gonna get one. I just know it. It's just gonna be really close to double odds, because they're trying to fool us. It's trying to trick me into a false sense of, I guess not security, but insecurity, rather. Where it's trying to trick me into thinking there won't be a shiny, so that when I do get a shiny, it'll be a surprise. Because, like, I've been thinking a lot about this. That, you know, normally when I get a shiny, I'm like, oh my god, a shiny! Because usually it's, like, a surprise, and they come out of nowhere, and I wasn't expecting there to be a shiny. And it's not maybe a species of shiny that I was expecting to get. So I usually get, like, really stoked when I find a shiny. Or if I am doing an outbreak hunt, I'm just happy that it happened on the sandwich that I did and that I didn't have to make another sandwich. But in this situation, it's been so incredibly grueling that I think instead of being happy and excited when I get a shiny, I'm just gonna be like, oh my god. Thank fuck it's over. Like, I don't even think I'm gonna be like, oh my god. I'm just gonna be like, about fucking time, bitch, you know? Because I feel like Sunny was kind of a combination of those emotions when she found her tiny Tepig, which is like a little bit different because she was shiny hunting in an outbreak for those. But she stayed just under odds. It was the 63rd Tepig she found, and 64 would have been odds. So I think she was just like super excited that she had gotten it before odds, but was also like just relieved it was over. She was like, thank God I don't have to do this anymore. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. And that's like the emotion I'm starting to get to with these. Like, I do want to keep doing it because I want a shiny Politoed, and I'm not going to stop until I get one. But on the other hand, I'm like, every time it's not shiny. Every fucking time. I'm like, how do people do this? How do shiny hunters do this for a living? Like, I like shiny hunting every now and again, but I could not do this consistently, you know? Like, I want to play PLA after this. I have other things I want to do. I wanted to go back to playing other games and doing other things, and instead I'm just, like, hatching 1,000 poliwags. It's terrible. Okay, what was that? 1,012? Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Wait, what were you? Oh, he's the little blue guy. Okay. Alright, another one in the pink void. Still don't know what that means for us, but I think it means that it's gonna be shiny. No, didn't think so. Alright. I was thinking maybe it would be lucky number 13, but for me, it's usually an unlucky number 13. I'm not like Taylor Swift, where 13 is her lucky number. 13 is not a lucky number for me. But 14 is kind of like 24, just with a 1. So maybe.
How much money do you have? 69 cents.
You know what that means? You know what that means.
I don't have enough money for chicken nuggets.
All of the money for chicken nuggets, Charlie. And I don't have a shiny. I got nothing, dog. Okay. Alright, we're running out of time. We're running out of time. It's almost 1. I need to hop off in a minute, but I want to get to 1024 if we can, because I promised I would. I just might have to go over a little, but I can't go too over, because I really do need to take a nap before I go to work, because I'm tired. So if one of these could just come out shiny, that would be stellar. Alright, that was 10:15. Alright. Thank you for the hydrate, Charlie. I probably should hydrate. I am a bit parched. 14 eggs to go, people. Or not 14. 9. 9 eggs to go, people. It was 14 a second ago. Now it's 9. Okay. I'll hydrate as soon as I, get to the next egg. That emote, I can't get over it. The Vaporeon sipping is so freaking cute. Oh my fucking god. C-Dot, not now. I'm trying to do something. Here, I'll go this way. Through the town. We'll go up toward the crystal pool. That's always a good place to hatch them. Because also, this is not a one-step process. After I hatch the egg, I still have to evolve it. Like, I have to level it up until it's a Poliwhirl. And then I have to trade it with a King's Rock to even get it to become a Politoed. So it's not even like I'll have the shiny that I want if I hatch a Poliwag. I have to go through, like, extra steps to even get what I'm looking for, so Yeah. Okay. But, like, Loyalty Plaza would be a really cute place to hatch a shiny egg. I could hatch it in the flowers right here. You know? So true. Alright, come on. This will be like what I did at the end of last stream, where I'm just going around a racetrack instead of the one in, like, wherever I was, Levincia or Porta Marinata or wherever I was. Instead of that, it's this. Okay, alright. This is 10:16, and I'll do my hydrate that Charlie asked. Well, this guy hatches. Okay. Nope. That's okay, that's okay. Here, let me run through these flowers right here and see if I can't get one to hatch in the flowers. Maybe it's just that their hatching conditions aren't good enough. Okay, here we go. In the flowers. Please, I'm giving you such good hatching conditions. Don't you want to be shiny? I bet you do. This would be such a cute place to hatch. God damn it. Okay. Maybe it's because it was in the white flowers and not in the, like, orange and pink ones. Okay, I feel like 10:18 is also a decent number. But I'll also accept any number at this point. Okay, what if I just run back and forth through these flowers? Oh no, the 1 second I run out of it. Okay. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. It's gonna be this one, I'm manifesting it. Knocking on wood. My desk is made of wood, so... it's gonna be shiny. Damn it! Can they please be shiny? I'm begging. I'm begging them to be shiny. Okay, because that was 10:18, so we have 19 and 20 left. You lied to me. I lied to you. What did I lie to you about? It was not indeed shiny. I'm sorry. Oh no! Every time it hatches when I'm facing the other way. I want it to hatch in the pretty flowers. It's okay. This one's gonna be it. This is the shiny one. God damn it. Ah! It's already past 1 o'clock. I have to go. Alright, come on, come on. I'm gonna get this one to hatch in the flowers. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna take baby steps. Come on. Come on. Hatch in the flowers. Okay, yeah! Okay, well, it didn't actually end up in the flowers, but I'm standing in the flowers, so it's close enough. Okay. It's okay, because it's gonna be this one. It's fine. It's fine. We've got 4 left. It's fine. We have 4 left. It's gonna be one of the last... Fuck, that's not where I went. It's gonna be one of the last 4. It's gonna be one of these. It's gotta be. Oh my fucking god. Okay, alright. Final stretch, guys. Final fucking stretch. If it is not one of these 4, I literally don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be so fucking mad. I am not going over double odds. I'm not doing it. I will, but I'm not doing it. I will complain the whole time if I have to go over odds, over double odds. I already complained the whole time I was over odds, and now I'm gonna complain the whole time I'm over double odds. I should just do, like, a stream that doesn't stop until I get the shiny egg. I just hatch hundreds and hundreds of eggs for hours on end, and I don't stop until it's shiny so that I can finally do something else. It'll be like a shiny-a-thon. Oh my fucking god. Okay. I mean, one of them has to be shiny at some point. We've been over this, right? Like, it literally has to be one of them. If it's not one of them, then what the fuck? It literally has to be. Alright, come on. I only have a few minutes left of stream. Please, just hatch. Put me out of my misery and hatch a fucking shiny. Please. Oh, I ran into a tree. My bad, homie. Okay. What if we go back to where we first found Ogre Pawn? Maybe the eggs that hatched there will be shiny because they'll have the love of Ogre Pawn making them shiny. Okay, it's fine. That one was number 21 anyway, so we don't care about that. We want even numbers. 1022. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be the shiny one. Okay, come on. Please, number 22, please. Please. Damn it! We only have 2 left! Okay, alright. It's gonna be just like what happened with Sunny, and it's gonna be 1 under the double odds. It's gonna be number 1023. That's gonna be it. I just know it. And if it's not 23, it's obviously going to be 24, because, again, that's my lucky number, and that's the number I guessed. So, if it's not this one, it's obviously going to be the next one. So, but I feel like it's going to be this one, because it's gonna play a prank on us, and instead of it being number 24... Alright, well... No, I don't want to name you. Fuck you. Alright. This is our last fucking shot, guys. It has to be this one. I didn't get any more eggs. It's already past 1 o'clock. It has to be this one. Okay. What a beautiful and scenic location to hatch my shiny poliwag at exactly double odds. Wouldn't it be so fun? Alright. That's it, guys. We went double odds with no shiny! Fuck! Alright. Well, I'm gonna go take a fucking nap. I'm tired of this. I'm done. I'm done with the fucking shinies. It should have been that one. Ugh! Alright. Oh my god, the closed caption said I'm done with the fucking Chinese instead of the fucking shinies. No, that's... hard of hearing, people. That's not what I said. I said shiny. I said shiny. I didn't say Chinese. I swear. Oh my god. Okay. Let's find somebody to raid. Ugh. Okay. Let's see. Who's live? Yep, thank you for the raid messages, Charlie. If you guys want to follow me on my social media, Charlie will put them into the chat, won't you, Charlie? And if you want to join my Discord, we do fun stuff in the Discord. Let's see, who's live? What are people up to? I can't tell. There's not actually that many people live right now. But yeah, if you want to join my Discord, if you want to follow my socials, you can do that. Let's see. This person's doing Kyogre DAs. And Celebi resets. We'll raid them. They look cool. Okay, so /raid. This is Sir Casper. So give Sir Casper your love. Tell them that you're from me. Those raid messages are, the first one is for anybody, the second one is for followers, and the third one is for subs. Consider following if you're not following, or subbing if you're not subbed. I will see you guys again on Tuesday, probably for more Stardew. And then my schedule is going to get a little wonky and fucked up for the first week of April. So just follow my socials or my Discord to be notified when we're going to be live. I post my schedule every week. I'm going to go take a nap because I'm eepy. So I will see you guys then. And we'll eventually return to the Masuda hunting, but I am currently pissed. So I don't know if it'll be next time. I might swap to do something else for a little while. But yeah. Go give this person your love. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.